Look how cute you are. You're a nut. Okay, so what we've got here, I've got some fresh organic apples that are underneath. I put the oranges on top. I peeled one of them partially so they can smell it. I think one of the reasons that they went for the apples is they smell really good. So now they'll be able to smell the oranges. The cookies appear to be untouched. I'm going to leave those in there. And the other oranges that were on the ground, I've piled up right here. I partially peeled one and ate a slice of it. And I made kind of a show of eating that slice, going, that was good. You guys should come and try it. And I'll leave the peel here. So maybe that'll put off a little more smell and show them how it works. So I'm going to hang the bucket back up there in the tree, and I'll come back in a few days and see what's happening here. So hopefully now they'll get the idea that the good stuff is on the inside of the oranges. Okay, one of the things before I leave here that I've done, I got the bucket over there in the tree. All the little rocks were scattered here in the ground. I picked them up and put them back here in a little pile on the stump. Thing is, I'm missing 2 of them. There were 14 colored rocks, now there are only 12. So I'm going to have to look back at some of the old pictures and see which colors are missing. I've given the ground here a pretty good looking around, and I'm just not seeing any other ones anywhere here. And also the ball that's been over here on the ground at the end of the tree on the stump there, it's been there for a few weeks, so I picked it up and I put it up in this tree right here, which is kind of propped up there on some branches. So we're going to leave it like this, and we'll be back out in a few days to see if anything has happened. You ready to go? Alright, let's go. Okay, it's been a few days since I brought the fresh apples out. I come back out to check, and there's a few changes here, not a lot. One of the things is the ball. I left it propped up in the tree here, and it doesn't look like any of the sticks that I had it propped up on are actually broken. So I'll have to check back and look at the pictures, but yeah, it's not in the tree anymore. And I had it wedged up in there pretty well. It is now here on the ground. And doesn't appear that any of this stuff's been moved. I'll have to take a picture of the rocks and see if they're the same as they are now. So over here, the oranges that I left on the ground are gone. There are some fresh tracks here, but between the leaves and the duff, there's not really anything to say for sure. There's some elk poop, but that's old. So I'm not really seeing hoof marks or footprints. Oh, there's hoof marks right there. So I would suspect this might have been the elk that took the oranges off the ground. You can see there's a few peels left here. Yeah, that kind of looks like an elk mark right there. So, but I looked in the bucket and it is untouched. The orange that I left peeled in there is still in there. The cookies, the apples, nothing up there is any different. One thing that I did spot over here that's new, we've got a new teepee type structure here beside the creek. So if you look right here, we've got a new structure right there. It's got it's got 3 trees there pushed together. And also, we've got a live one over here that is now pushed down. And I know this one wasn't pushed down like this before because I've gone down to the water to rinse stuff off right through here. And it wasn't blocking my path before. So you can see there's this live one right here that is now kind of blocking right across there. Okay, so I'm going to take the ball, which is now here on the ground, and I'm going to put it back up here in the tree. I'm pretty sure right there is where I had it. Or it's in there pretty tight, not going to come out by itself. So anyway, I'm going to leave that there. I'll leave the stuff up in the tree in the bucket like I left it. And we're going to come back out here tonight and see if there's anything going on. We're going to find a nice spot to just sit and listen. And anything happens, I'll let you know. Bye. Okay, I got a little bit of new information for you. A couple more witness reports from the last few weeks from right here in town. And one of them was from a couple of weeks ago. There's a guy that got off work over here at the tavern one night, and town was pretty quiet. He was walking here across the highway, and just right down here, right about where that car is there, he saw 2 figures run across the highway. He said they were completely black and upright. He's a tall fella. He said the taller one was about the same size as him. So I would imagine that it was the 2 younger ones crossing the highway there. And something I'd like to point out here is that it may be a small town. We have 2 street lights. One is down there by the store, and the other one is right here. So I would imagine that if that was 2 people running across the highway right there, it'd be pretty easy to see their clothing and make out that it was humans. But he said they were solid black. So another thing that I want to point out while I'm right here, we have a new mascot in town. Check this out. We're at the Greenwater Outfitters here, and this is a new addition to our community. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, well, thanks for watching. Bye.